Hey guys, welcome back to Rachel Finder. I am Rachel and this is Vlogmas. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching throughout this holiday season. So my Vlogmas game has really been absolute terrible crap this week. I apologize. Hopefully this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you are going to see daily videos like you're supposed to do. So it's the last full week before Christmas and per the usual, I'm gonna be hustling. One of my big goals today was to get my 2019 Traveler's Notebook all set up for the upcoming year. I wanted to get these notebooks in order, figure out what my process was going to be. Okay, so something I forgot to double check is that in Japan, the week ends on Sundays, not Saturdays like my calendar does. So I just put all of this stuff on the wrong day. So I'm really glad that I did this today because it gave me the opportunity to also start working and looking at my goals for 2019. If you have been watching my show for a while, you might have also found my channel through this. You know that I'm a big fan of the 12-week year. If you have no clue what I'm talking about, the 12-week year is a goal-achieving system developed by Moran, and it comes out of the book self-titled The 12-Week Year. The reason why I'm talking about this is because I've been seeing, like you would in December, a lot of people recapping their year and saying, hey, these are all the things that I did, this is all the stuff that I didn't do, and something that I found to be a common denominator in those videos were people looking at them and going, oh my gosh, I didn't get this stuff done, but I still have X number of days in the month of December to at least make some more progress on these goals. And I was sitting down drinking my coffee and kind of going, wait a minute, I don't do this. Why don't I do this? Like, maybe something's wrong with me. Like, I had things that I wanted to do this year, but, you know, I'm not freaking out about it. And I realized it's because I go through this process of evaluating my goals and planning, and then evaluating my goals, evaluating my goals. I do that 4 times a year. If you have seen my Be, Do, Have video, you know that this is the way that I construct my vision for my life, and it stems out of who I want to be as a person, and as a result of that, what are the things that I want to do, and as a result of the things that I want to do, what are the things that I want to have, and because I have those things, who's the person that I want to be. Looking at the things that I wanted to do for 2019 then came as a part of extrapolating this particular plan, and every single one of my goals for the calendar year of 2019 line up with this in some way. And let me show you how that looks. So here she is, all the things that I want to do in 2019. Now you'll see a couple of things over here on the left. These are the things that I want to see actually happen in 2019 over the course of the entire calendar year. And then these are how each single one of these goals goes into my Be, Do, Have categories. These two things are both money-related categories. Because they're money goals, they're going to accomplish the things that I want to do, such as grow businesses, but because they're also providing cash, they will enable me to take care of my parents. Because they're also providing cash, they will help me achieve the goal of having a house in which I can foster kids, and also so that I can buy a cabin in the mountains. They will also allow me to have the resources so that I can be a traveler like I want to be, and so that I can be generous. All 3 of these categories are in my Be, Do, Have, and each one of these things comes out of the specifics in my Be, Do, Have. So moving on to that, I want to do 1 mini documentary each quarter. I've tried to do this in the past, I was not successful, but I'm adding it as I want to because ultimately I want to be a storyteller. And then for the other 2, hike a 14er. Believe it or not, I live in Colorado. I've lived here for 4 years and never hiked a 14er. Boo. So I want to do that in 2019, and I'm debating about doing a Moxie 365. This is me on my roller skates for the entirety of 2019. 1 little video every single day or picture every day. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But these 2 things feed into the fact that I want to be healthy and active. So that is how those fit into that category. I also want to take every 13th week from a 12-week year off, like no work, no nothing, because I want to rest and think. And this is going to help feed off growing businesses. This technically also feeds into my Be Restful category that's up here, but I forgot to draw another arrow.
And if you know the 12-week year, you work for 12 weeks, you take the 13th week off to evaluate, then you go for another 12 weeks, take week 13 off, and you end up with you end up with 4 12-week periods and 4 13th week rest periods. And so I want to take every single one of those off to rest and think. The other thing that I want to do is I want to travel. And these are some of the things that I would like to do this year. That includes going away for our anniversary in February. We want to visit Robo's parents in the summer in Ohio. I really would like to go to Portland, and the reason why it's in October is because I want it to coincide with the World Tetris Championships, and Robo and I want to do more camping. And again, this whole goal goes into having the ability to travel, because it's something that I want to do, and I want to be a traveler. You'll find that these two things show up on my actual Be Do Have list. But the other thing that I'm asking myself is that out of my Be Do Have, what do I want to do more? What do I want to do less? Or what do I want to add into my things as tactics, things that I want to build into? So better stress relief. If you've, looking at this, you could very easily go, oh my gosh, what are you trying to do? So better stress relief. I want to be more present for my friends and family. As a result of that, I'm going to add in letter writing and having a phone call with my parents at least once a month. I know, at least once a month. That sounds terrible. And I need more time for self-care because when I'm working really hard, I don't do this well at all. And I have a bunch of my friends who keep yelling at me that I need to do it better. So that's going on the list. And the other things that I want to add in is better household management. I also want to work on finding a more spiritual home. Both Robo and I practice the Christian faith, and going to church is normally something you do as a result of that. We haven't had a really good church family for the past little while, so that's why that's going on there. And then I want less noise and less busy. And there's a difference between work and busy, but I want less busy in my life.
My 2019 plan to get all that stuff down then gets broken into 12-week periods. And those 12-week periods are what going to allow me to measure my progress over the calendar year. And this is really helpful. Like some of this stuff is big picture things or things that I want to repeat every quarter or every 12 weeks. And having that sheet that's going to break it out for me, like this is the step that you need to do this week. This is the step that you need to do that week. These are the things that you need to do every single day on repeat in order to achieve this. Having those things trackable actually keeps me accountable to do these things. Now, here's the reason why I'm really excited about the things that I want to do over the entire calendar year of 2019. They reflect me. They reflect the version of me that I want to be based on the things that I have painted as my vision. This goes back to Be Do Have. Not a single one of these particular goals for 2019 are just out there and chosen at random. They each have a place to fit within my identity and within the life that I want to live. This is why I talk about vision so much, because you can't just say, oh, my vision is to be a hiker, if that doesn't fit within your core of who you want to be and who you see yourself as being. Ideally, every single goal that you choose needs to be tied into who you see yourself as. So as you are spending December trying to figure this out, you're aware that the new year is coming, you're starting to already think of those New Year's resolutions. My encouragement to you is to start with your vision. And if you don't have one, like spend some serious time thinking about who is the person that you want to be in the future, who is the person and what are those things that you want to do and that you want to have in the future. And then you start being those things now. Like you don't become those things in the future without taking actions right now, but you have to know what it is that you want to be. If you already have vision and you're trying to figure out, okay, what are the goals that I want to have for 2019? Think about them in relationship to who you want to be. Does this goal actually line up with the person that I say I want to be? Does this goal actually line up with the things that I want to have? Maybe it's not specifically the thing that you want to have. Like, for example, one of my vision for my life one day is to have a house where I can foster and adopt kids. Well, I'm not just going to be able to magically go buy that next year. I just don't have the financial resources yet. But some of the things on my 2019 goal list are going to give me the resources to be able to do that. So that 2019 goal becomes a stepping stone to my larger goal and vision for my life. So those are my thoughts on New Year's resolutions, 2019 planning, the beauty of the 12-week year. So this is the end of Vlogmas for today. I will see you all tomorrow. And remember, be thinking about your vision. Cheers.